So welcome back after a long time. So in this video, we are going to look into a couple of important concept in the copy data activity. So when we are considering the CSV file as a source, and there we have to pass the escape character and code character, as well as the copy behavior. Okay, these three are the one of the important concepts. Okay, so in this video, we will discuss about these three concepts, like what is meant by code character, escape character, and what do you mean by the compression type. So when you take the CSV as a source files, okay, with the help of copy data activity in a Azure Data Factory. So before going into the details, let's understand what do you mean by code character and what does it mean for the escape character. Okay, code character is nothing but if you consider a CSV file, say for example, uh, let us take this one. Go back to edit. Not like this one. Let's take another file which is in the landing zone. Two-wheeler sales.csv. Click on edit. Okay. Code character is nothing but this one. The field values inside the CSV, put it under the double quotes. Okay. Code character is typically a double quote used to enclose the data elements, nothing but the fields. So these things would be done like whenever there is a multiple values that those are going to be enclosed within the double quotes. As you can see, this is the comma separated, even though CSV is a comma separator, which had the comma as separator for us. But the values of 52,166 and 63,578. So these two has been, I mean, the values has been separated by a comma. To process the CSV file in a correct way, I mean, to parsing the CSV in a neat format, by default, CSV will get inside the double quotes. Okay, that is nothing but a code character. Okay, and the next one, escape character. So basically, with the help of the escape character, we are going to say, so if you look at the example, this is a quote. Let's take this statement as an example. This is a quote, comma. Inside has been placed between two quotations, double quotation, and the text. Okay. So because of having the comma over here, it will consider as a next column. Even though entirely this code inside the text under the single value, but because of the comma and because of not specifying the escaping character, it will consider the second half of the statement as a separate column. Okay. So say for example, this is under a column called C1. Because of not specifying the escape character, it is going to take this one as a C2, and this is as a C1. As a result of that, what going to be happen means we will get an error. What kind of error? Let me show you that error. What kind of errors are these kind of errors? It is saying particular row number having the more number of columns than the expected count. Suppose if we have the three columns, because of not specifying the escaping character purposefully, I mean not specifying the escaping character perfectly, we will get four columns. Means one column as additional, and we cannot copy the data from the source to sync. Okay, even though the sync is a CSV file. So this is the main importance of the escaping character. So let's look into a couple of examples. Then we will understand what is the exact reason behind the escape character. For example, let me close this dataset and open the test CSV, smaller file where we can easily understand. So if you see, we have the three column: name, age, and description. And has been, this value has been separated by the commas inside the quotes. Okay. And if you see Ricky Ponting, Ricky data, it is somewhat different. Inside the double quotes, Australia comma AO has been mentioned again double quotes. Okay. So here the escape character will play very key role. Means we are going to say Australia comma AO, those are the values inside the one column only, not the separate columns. That is what we are going to say by using the escape character. Okay. One of the favorite escaping character is nothing but a backslash. I can say it is a medicine for all the things. Okay. So if you use the escape character as a backward slash, preferably, it is going to escape the inner double quotes. Okay. It is going to escape the inner double quotes. Like this, we will get an output. Not like the, not in the output, we won't get any kind of slashes. It is going to separate it like that one. The pipeline is going to separate like that one and do the process. And one of the another important quote is nothing but a double quote is there as escaping character as well. For the double quotes, if you look at the URL, https blah blah blah.com, this and is put under the double quotes again. A is put under the double quotes. So we need to pass the escape character in such a way that it has to consider is and A are under single value, under a single column. So at that time, we will pass the double quote as a escape character. Even though you can pass the slash, it will work fine only. Okay, we will see those kind of examples, right? Once after this escaping character and all will be come across. Okay, then we have the copy behavior, merge files, flatten hierarchy, preserve hierarchy. Merge files are nothing but, suppose we have two CSV files at the source. So it is going to merge those two CSV files and put it in a somewhere else. Flatten hierarchy is nothing but takes the file from the source directly, and place them in the first level of the sync directory. Means we'll see those kind of things. Okay, as part of the example for the uh, for the definition part. This is the definition. Usually flatten hierarchy. What do you mean by flatten hierarchy? They will do that one. Preserve hierarchy is nothing but takes the file from the source part and place them in a similar path in the sync directory. Okay. If path does not exist, it creates it. Means suppose the merge files, there are two files, say T1 and T2. Okay. After merging the files, we will get one output, one file as a output. And flatten hierarchy is also going to generate one output as well. I reckon one output. Maybe we'll see that one while doing the example. Let's cover this kind of part like escaping character, code character. Once if we done, we will fully focus on the comparison type. Okay, sorry, copy behavior. So for doing the escaping and code character, I'm considering this file as one of the example where it's a combination of multiple double quotes and all. Okay, I found it is the best suitable to explain that one. So for that one, we need to create a data sets. My data, it is in Gen2. I'm clicking on Azure Gen2 and it's a CSV as well. Click on CSV and I'm giving the name as SRC. What I can say, test link service, which I created previously. That's why I'm not showing the how to create the link service and all. My previous videos shown how to create the link service and how to make it successful connection and all. You can please go to that one. And here I am going to give the file path. My files are in landing zone. Under landing, under the CSV files, select in the test.csv. That is the file I am going to using now for the code comparison. I mean code character and escape character understanding things. Okay. Import schema. So from the connection or store, I want to import the schema. Click on OK. This compression type will become when we are taking the data from the GIF file or any kind of things. Okay. Column delimiter, comma, row delimiter, always should be slash n and all, expecting that one the same. And here comes the important two steps. Code character. As you can see, here the data I have the quotes. So that's why I am selecting the quote character as a double quote. Or else you can select the single quote or no character quote and all. Okay, that's fine. And escaping character. Escaping character, if I closely observe, I have some of the double quotes and I having some slashes as well. Okay, and I also having some double quotes again. So I want to satisfy the each and every condition. That's why preferably go with the black slash. Okay, backslash is the preferable one. And the first row as header, null values. If there are any kind of null values, instead of keeping that empty string, you want to replace to the 0 or 1 like that one. Okay, we'll make one video on compression type as well. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to upload those things. Okay, so this is the source data set, and we need to define the sink data set as well. Or else, let me go with the double quote. Okay, if you select the no quote character, means if you see, just publish, will get an error. Whenever you are selecting the escaping character as a no quote, then the character code should be also a no quote character. Okay, but we don't have the, we have the data inside the double quotes. That's why preferably go with double quotes. And for instance, I'm keeping the double quote as well here also. Publish that one. Let me create another data set for the sync paste link service. Select in the path in browns. Okay, and the file name is to do.csv, for instance. Okay, click on OK. So if you select on from connection or store, what happened? Let's see. Click OK. We will get an error. Why? Because the file name wasn't there, and we are expecting to import the schema from the file which is not existing. If you remove this one, and if you click on OK, the file is going to be, I mean, the data set is going to be created successfully. So whenever you are given the file name explicitly, select none. Whenever you are not given the file name, even though you select from connection or store, it will work. Okay, let's say to2.csv, select in the none. Okay, compression type as of now not required for us. Here I am keeping the black slash. Okay, in the sync. Let me go back to the pipeline. I will delete this activity. Taking this copy data activity. Select the source. Select the sync. Yeah. Okay. Next, sync. Here the copy behavior would be there. We'll discuss that one in the next video. I mean, next pipeline. And the file extension not required as we mentioned .csv before. Okay. Let me publish all to this one and try to run this pipeline. We got the error. Why? Because we used the double quote escape character. Even though there are some description having the double quotes inside the field, inside the values, it is not satisfying that condition. It's going to be failing that condition. So the one of the solution, you can call it as a medicine for everything. So let's go back to the source data set and change the escape character to the backslash. Now let me run this pipeline. Yeah, successfully returned. Successfully returned. Let me check to the output as well. So this is the landing zone and we are right into the browns. Test2.csv. Go to the edits. See, all the data has been copied. Okay. Sorry, even though if you are getting the error, whatever the error getting, I want to skip that row. Let me show the example. So previously we got the error. So that row I am thinking of to escape that one. Okay. Thinking of to escape is nothing but I don't want to write those rows which are I am getting the error into the destination file. For that one, go to the settings, go to skip incompatible rows. Okay, enable logging. I am not selecting that one. Just uncheck that one. Okay, let me rerun this pipeline. Click on debug. Success. Let's go back and check the pipeline. See, as you can see, we got this kind of data. Okay, which is not an acceptable. But the Ricky data has been not copied. Okay, Ricky data does not copy it. It has been skipped. So the solution is maintain a backward slash for all of that one. Okay, so go back to source. Keep the skipping compatible rows. Okay, no need to change. Select backward slash. Click on publish. Debug. Yeah, success. Let's go back to the browns. Refresh. Test data. Edit. See, we got the data. Okay, this is what the code and escape character. Escape character says what it is going to say exactly. It it is going to skip that row. Skip that row is nothing but if we have the code, okay, like this inside of you have a comma separator. After comma separator, you have a code like this. It is considered as a next to column. We are expecting that shouldn't happen. and we are expecting this is the one value inside the same column. That's why we are using the uh, escape characters. Okay, so here you can see the matter, everything on the. And the next pipelines we are going to discuss about the flatten hierarchy. Okay, and merge. Okay, let me see the merge one. For that one, we need to create a data sets. This time I am using the separate files just for demonstration. Uh, SRC delimited text one is fine. Okay, go to link service. I have in the silver I have the files. Okay, come back. Just select the silver. Okay, so the files we are going to use the wildcard path. Click on OK. Okay. See, I did not define the file names. Okay, that is sync, right? So if you define the file name and if you click on from connection or store, you will get an error. Why? Because that file does not exist. Wildcard path dot csv. Okay. Sync. Let me add the sync like. Okay, data set, and this time I'm giving the gold. Click on OK. I'm making as a dynamic here. Let's say folder name, just to make the difference between the merge and flat and hierarchy. We are separating this into different folders under a single pipeline without creating a extra pipelines. So I'm creating the merge. Okay, let's use the merge as a folder name. Good to go. Copy behavior. Firstly, we are using the merge in the files. In general terms, merge is mod. It is going to merge the files. Okay, despite of different columns, it is going to merge the data. Publish this one. Let me come back to the silver. This is our source. Okay, delete this file. So I had the two source files, merge1.csv, having two columns, name, city. Okay, with certain values. Merge2.csv having three columns, name, city, and ID. Okay, and we are trying to merge these two files. So if I click on debug, these two pipelines run parallelly. Okay, it doesn't have any kind of dependency. Yeah, merge successfully done. Let's go back to the gold. Merge. Under the merge, as you can see, the file name something blah 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 like that. If you go back to the edit, let me refresh this one. Yeah, if you see the merge one, even though some files having the three columns, I mean, but it is taking the only two columns. Okay, only two columns. How I am saying only two columns means it is come from the what I am here mentioned. combines data from all the files from the source and produces a single file in a sync. Place it in a first level of the sync directory. Means if the first file, whatever we are considering, not this one, as part of the wildcard file path, this is the our first file, right? It is go like this way. Okay, we have only name and city. Even though the second one has the three column, it doesn't mind. It is only considering the two columns. Okay, so let me define another pipeline called, this time I'm going to say in the sync flatten. Okay, so that the file flatten hierarchy. Flatten. This time I'm going to add some kind of dependencies. Even though you doesn't need to add the dependencies also, it will work. Just I'm adding to make our pipeline looks good and better. Click on debug. Okay, successfully ran. Go back to gold, pattern hierarchy. See, two different files has been generated. Okay, if you see here, the second file has been came first. Takes the files from the place them in the first level of the sync directory. Okay, here the first file came in the second level. Okay, this is what the flatten hierarchy mean. If you use the preserve hierarchy, what will happen? We'll see that one. Let's go back to the gold pipeline. Copy this one. Add the dependencies just for the sake of good looking pipeline. All CSV sync preserve hierarchy ph publish click on debug. Yeah, successfully ran. Let's go back, refresh, ph. Okay, with the same file name, it has been copied, not the not with the some kind of random names. Okay, testmates1.csv, testmates2.csv. But with the flattened hierarchy, we got some different. Okay, we got some different names. So this kind of things will be helpful when you want to copy source files to the sink. Okay, without any kind of random file name generation, then it is preferable to go with that one. Okay, that's it from this video. I will provide the source link in the description. Please go to that one.